Kathy Stone, and I'm the Executive Director of CornerStone Family Ministries in Tampa, Florida. Well, CornerStone Family Ministries is a ministry that nurtures young bodies, develops young minds, and fosters hope through Christ, one child at a time. And we focus on disadvantaged children, primarily preschool and infant and toddler age children, throughout the Tampa Bay area in 5 counties. We provide them with early child care in our 120-year-old early child care center in Old West Tampa. But that center is a model for 130 other centers that we sponsor throughout the region. And we help them to do things like have nutritious food for breakfast, lunch, and snack for every child in their care. Most of those centers have at least 25% of the children that they serve in their center that live at or below the poverty level. So last year we served over 28,000 children throughout the 5-county area. With our help, they were able to give them nutritious food. We were able to provide education to those children on nutrition, and to their parents and their caregivers. We are expanding that to begin to help them with some best practices for their business, so that they can stay in their neighborhoods for a long time like we have in the Old West Tampa neighborhood. We have 3 facilities. We have this facility that is the Rosa Valdez Center. Like I said, it has been in Tampa, in the Old West Tampa neighborhood for 120 years, and it has been a child care center that entire time. So generations of children have attended here. We have another old building that we operate in Ybor City. That building no longer can serve children because of code regulations and everything. So we sublease it to a ministry that serves homeless men and women and does some outreach in Ybor City. It's called Amazing Love Ministries. And then we have a location on Kennedy Boulevard, and that location is our Children's Nutrition Connection. That location, we have half of our staff is located in that location. And basically we do back office, administrative support, and technical assistance to 130 early child care centers in 5 counties: Hillsborough, Pinellas, Polk, Pasco, and Manatee County. So it's a pretty exciting program, but basically a lot of administrative work happens there. And of course our computers are really important at that location. We work with a very small staff. We want every dollar to go back to the centers that we serve, to go back into the community, to the children that are benefiting. So we keep our staff really small. We work into the night, early in the morning, over the weekend. We have an IT person on staff, but her gifts are really to help maintain our database and a lot of the software that we use, some of it that she has developed for us. So putting Band-Aids on computers and keeping the internet going and all of those things was sucking the life out of her. And we just finally decided, you know what, we have to have some experts, a team of people, and we can't afford them. So how can we do this, work smarter instead of harder, and make sure that we're not readdressing problems over and over again? It was very frustrating. And so we bid that out, and Data Tech responded to that bid, and quite frankly, their approach was one that was personal from the beginning. They came and met with us. They didn't just send a marketing guy to meet with us, a salesperson to meet with us. They came and met with us and listened to all the issues that we had, did not give us every answer we wanted to hear, but they gave us the truth, and that's what we needed. And then since we have engaged Data Tech, we have not understood some things, and they have been more than generous with their time to make sure that we understood what was the best for us to keep us running. They were not the least bit put off by our frustration, our candor about what we expected. They were willing to kind of push through some of the walls that we had put up having been burned by a number of contractors previously, and they were willing to really talk about real solutions and figure out a way to do what was best for us. They also understood that we had a budget. And so we even were able to talk about, how we could start and what things we could maybe plan for in the future that would make things even better. And I think their attitude of trying to really be a part of our team and not just somebody that we called when we had a problem, but really understand our business, what we do, why we do it, why it's so important that we're not down. Really, I think that was the determining factor. Nobody sat with us and talked with us in that way. Um, they were just really willing to go above and beyond, and we don't see that much. Being a nonprofit, being rather small in terms of the number of users that we have, I'm sure that they had other business people to talk to that week that maybe would have made them more money. But they really wanted to help us, and that was important. And it showed through. It showed through my frustration because, to be honest with you, I was quite a bear when they came in. I was not giving them an inch. I was expecting a lot, and I wasn't expecting to pay a lot. And so they were very kind and generous about kind of humoring me through that process. And they did get me smiling again and, all of that too, which was nice. The difference in our downtime prior to Data Tech and now it just can't even be compared. And of course, some of that did mean we had to change some things that cost money. We had to do some fundraising to, get some things in place. But the bottom line is we wasted a lot of money prior to engaging Data Tech that I believe we could have saved had we engaged them sooner. Just because many of the things that we had to correct were things we had already spent money on. And sadly, we just invested that money the wrong way. So we're excited. We're very pleased, and we consider them. Our philosophy is they're part of our staff, and so the way I've explained it to Rita, who's our IT person, is she now has a team. She now has a staff, and she's the supervisor of that staff, and she holds them accountable just like she would any other employee on our team. And our success is based on not having downtime. And we have seen that reduce significantly.